Hello and welcome to DC Martini. My name is Sandeep, and right now I have with me the very beautiful, very pretty Tia Bajpai. Hello, Tia. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Sandeep. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. You know, firstly, the very first question that comes to my mind is, the obvious. How is the lockdown treating you?
I think initially I was like every other person in the city. I was really sad that now nothing is happening. We cannot really go out. We cannot work. We cannot do
Hmm,
anything. But slowly, I've come to the understanding that it's whatever happens for the best.
for the best.
I think it's taught us a lot of things. It the biggest thing
Absolutely.
that the lockdown has taught us is to be patient. So yeah, I mean, now it's not so bad.
Hmm. Tia, एक सवाल which I really wanted to ask you. I did not quite speak to you before this. This is the first time that we're talking together, talking
Mhm.
to each other rather. And the one question that actually comes to my mind when I speak to you is the very first stint that you ever had in the media was as a singer. How did
Yes,
that transition happen from being a singer to being an actress?
honestly,
And trust me, you were the best. You used to be the most beautiful looking singers on the sets of Saregama Pa, if I'm not wrong.
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But I would say I'm still a singer. I'm a singer first and then an actor.
Hmm.
And see, I have grown up in a very artistic environment. Both my parents are artists. My mom is a singer. My father is a singer. So there has always been an artistic environment in my home. So that transition was not really like, oh my God, ye kya ho gaya. So I remember, like after Saregama Pa, when I met Mr. Vikram Bhatt, I had met him for a music album, and he saw me and he was casting for the film Haunted.
Mhm.
And he
Right.
said that, I think you'll be the perfect girl for that role because Meera, the character that I played in Haunted, was a singer
Yes.
and a pianist. So he said, I think you'll be the perfect person for that, and that's how it started. And I had not given up music; like I still sing. I'm a singer first, like I said.
Mhm. Acha, Tia, since you mentioned Haunted, which also happens to be one of my most favorite horror films as far as Bollywood is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, tell me the brief that actually Mr. Bhatt gave you. You actually brought in so much of innocence and playfulness, and at the same time that fear that what this ghastly spirit would do to this sweet little innocent young girl who is not really aware of anything. मतलब उसको लगता है कि kiss करने से बच्चा हो जाता है. I still remember that.
Yes, there was a line.
So how? Just
Yeah.
tell me the brief.
See, when I met him for Haunted, first thing he told me that, see, I'm looking for a person who is born in the 1920s. So you have to be from that era. And one thing he told me that is still stuck with me is like, you are very, very well mannered. You belong somehow. The way you speak, the way you behave is very old school. And I was like,
Yes, yes.
like the way he said, the way you talk, the way you present yourself, you're not very um extreme about anything. I'm more of an introvert, and very, very well, because I'm from Lucknow. So I think Lucknow ki wo tehzeeb mere kaam aayi hai, because I've grown up in that environment, very, very well behaved and disciplined. So that was another thing that worked in my favor for Haunted, because I was very जिस तरीके से मैं हिंदी बोलती हूँ, जिस तरीके से मैं बात करती हूँ, lot of respect for others. So he said that is what I'm looking at. She's not from the 21st century. She's based in 1920. So you have to be that. And he said, when I look at you, I see Meera. And then there was no looking back. Yeah.
Right. And after that, also you went on to star in 1920. I think 1920 Returns.
Yes. Yes.
And again, a Vikram directorial. But uske baad,
Mhm.
we did not quite see much of you as far as television is concerned. I think the film that you starred in was with Mr. Aftab Shukdasani, if I'm not wrong. I've
Yes.
seen that film as well, because I'm a big horror film fanatic. So Vikram Bhatt के stable से जो भी film आता है मैं देख लेता हूँ. So, yeah.
See,
You.
I have actually done 6 films, if I'm not. I'm also. So I've done 3 Vikram Bhatt production films. One was Lanka,
Yes.
which was with Mr. Manoj Bajpai.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I went on to do Bake Ki Crazy Barat, Identity Card, which was a film
Okay.
festival film. It
And
was
you also
based.
did web series with Mr. Vikram Bhatt.
Yes, yes, yes. So see, every production house has in-house actors. So I have been one with Mr. Vikram Bhatt's production. Like Nia has been there. A lot of actors. It's not just me.
Yes,
So
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah. So
You
see,
know what I
everybody
wanted
has
to.
their own
Yeah, please
camps.
go on. Please go on.
No, no, no. You.
Acha. So what I
Hmm.
wanted to ask you was, I mean, especially this particular question is very very pertinent, especially in the current scenario because after the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, the kind of hue and cry that started off as far as nepotism, favoritism in the industry is concerned, and newbies who are not from the industry, they kind of face a lot of flack as far as being there and presenting yourself out there in front of the camera, perhaps auditioning and stuff like that.
Mhm.
लोग अच्छी तरह से नहीं लेते और फिर you end up not really getting as many chances as you should give it depending on your capability and your caliber for that matter. So ऐसा
Hmm.
तुम्हारे साथ भी हुआ है? Did you ever face anything of this sort?
See, of course, I faced. I would say after doing 2 super hit films, Haunted was a super hit film, 1920 was a super hit film.
Yes,
Now,
yes,
we all have very different definition of super hit films. If a film is making 3 times the budget it has been made in, you know, if Haunted was made in a budget of 8 crores and it goes on to make 40 or 50 crores, it's a super
yes,
hit film. It doesn't have to be a
absolutely,
100
absolutely.
crore film. So see, I remember I was invited for Filmfare, but there was not a seat for me. And all these things have happened. I remember doing 1920, and the critics who reviewed my film and who said she's a revolution, she's amazing, she's one of the best actors of her time, and she's ahead of her time when it comes to performance. They refused to recognize me when I went up to them and said hello to them. So all those things have happened, and I was prepared for it, because see, nepotism exists, and we cannot whoever denies it, I think, is really not in their right mind. I would say that,
Hmm.
it is a rule that a father works hard for their children. There is nothing wrong in that, but you should not take away other somebody else's child's right. You give your child whatever you want to give them. You give them the world. Every parent, हर एक जो है parent का ये सपना होता है कि उनका बच्चा उनसे ज्यादा बड़ा बने, उनका बच्चा और अच्छा काम करे, लेकिन उसके
बिल्कुल.
चलते आप किसी और बच्चे का हक नहीं छीन सकते. And I think this is what people are not understanding. They just think के नहीं नहीं nepotism नहीं है अरे कैसे नहीं है. It's in every field,
Yes.
but when you take away somebody else's right to give it to your child is wrong. I think that is where things go a little dark here. And yes, I have faced it. I have had films which were taken away from me. I have gone for script meetings and then I've not been called back. I have been I've been told that we don't work with Vikram Bhatt actors. We don't work with Bhatt actors, and I've been told that we don't work with TV background actors. So all has happened, and but see, in my case, I I did not just take it all like, oh my God, what's happening with me? Because somehow I know for the fact that I am very talented. If I was not, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't still be surviving. I
Absolutely.
would still be working. So I know I have talent. It's not about talent. जो मुझे बहुत पहले ये चीज समझ में आ गई थी, that it's not just about talent. It's about the backing that you go with. It's about how many people are supporting you. It's about that internal politics that happens. Today, I mean, I feel really sad to say this, but films are not about films. Films are about these days who belongs to whose camp, who belongs to whose son, whose daughter, and नहीं नहीं इसी को picture दो, नहीं नहीं उनकी बेटी है, हाँ हाँ ठीक है, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but don't take it away from somebody else, no.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I really hope that, since I have seen and I've loved every bit of you in, okay, take this in the positive sense and nothing negative, please. I mean, in the film Haunted and various of the films that you've been a part of, and I kind of feel that you are perhaps one of the best actors that, that Bollywood has today. So I really hope Bollywood uses you as far as as far as acting is concerned, and you actually get a lot more opportunities in Bollywood. Now let's talk about
So,
Hollywood.
but I was coming to that. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, forget about Bollywood. Bollywood जब देखेगा, I mean, obviously बहुत जनों ने देखा है. Everybody has appreciated you as well. Trust me, everybody has. Along with your voice, the sweetness and the chirpiness that you had in your voice, the innocence that you have in your voice, that's very much apparent. I am a big, I wouldn't say a fan, but an admirer.
Thank
You
you
know,
so much.
right from. I mean, I've almost seen. I won't lie. I've seen you in Haunted. I've seen you in. I mean, mostly in all the Vikram Bhatt films. In whatever films I've seen you, I have loved and digged every bit of it. So I mean, I just don't understand how come how an actress like you or a person who has a caliber like yours is being ignored by the industry.
See,
Now,
honestly, I'll tell you something. I've never really given anyone a chance to ignore me that much, because I've never wanted to be a part of this term called Bollywood. First of all, I don't like to call it Bollywood. It's the Indian film industry, We are not Bollywood. It's the Indian film industry. And also, after I realized what was happening, I never wanted to be a part of it. I saw the groupism. I saw how
yes,
people, even after having talent, even after doing something, they just blank on your face, say, oh no, we have not seen it. Oh no, we don't know. I mean, I have had people who came up to me and said, oh, from what city do you belong? Where is that? I'm from Lucknow, and Lucknow, come on, it's one of the biggest political hubs
that's
of
funny. That
the
was
country.
funny.
Exactly. So I've had people tell me, oh, where is Lucknow? So you understand, I have seen it all. And honestly, I read it somewhere and it stuck with me, was that when you're part of a rat race, even if you win that rat race, you're still a rat.
Absolutely.
Remember this. So I never ran behind this being an A-lister or a B-lister, or doing this, doing that. I wanted, see, for me, I'm an artist. It's God's gift to me to have a beautiful voice, to be able to do what I do. And I want to cherish it. I want to enjoy it. I do not wish to be in that constant loop of कौन मुझसे पहले किसने मुझसे ज्यादा अच्छे कपड़े पहने हैं, किसके पास मुझसे ज्यादा पैसा है, कौन ज्यादा न्यूज में आ रहा है. I never wanted to be a part of that, because that kills the whole beauty of being an artist. We
Absolutely.
are like today also, आप अगर लॉकडाउन में देखें तो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? People are watching the television, people are listening to music, they are listening to artists. So I've always wanted to enjoy that, and I've been making my music. I write my own songs, I make my music, I travel. I never wanted to be a part of that groupism. So I was like, oh my god, let this go. Just
Yes,
let
yes,
this go.
absolutely. That's the right step, I'd say, that you took. And now, thank God and thank heavens that you are, I mean, away from the Bollywood brigade, but again, you are into a much bigger brigade for that matter. Well, congratulations on a new Hollywood film.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Just tell me a little bit about it. I mean, kaise mila, kis tarah se kya hua, and what is, I mean, take me a little bit inside the Hollywood project and a little bit about you.
So see, I have my talent management company that has been handling me for the past 1.5 years, and I've been working with this music producer from Europe, Aryan Roman. We've worked on a lot of music, and that's how I came in contact with a lot of these European companies, And somehow we were working on something, and this script came to me. It's called Dear Mom. And when I
Yes.
read it, I realized that, okay, this is something I would want to do. And I would have finished shooting for it if we were not stuck in, because of Corona, we were not stuck in lockdown. I would have finished shooting for it. So, see,
Hmm.
I met the team. The team was in India. They were here for some work. And I met the team and we sat down on the script. And I really loved it, you know. And I gave it a nod. We were supposed to travel. So, see, Dear Mom is about uh, a woman. See, what we are trying to do is giving birth. Just giving birth does not make you a mother, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mom is a way bigger word than just being a biological mother, is what the film is all about. I cannot disclose much about the film. I can only tell you this much. So, see, that's the whole concept of the story, that uh, it's not enough to be a biological mother. Mother is a way bigger term when it comes to a mom, you know. So, that is what
Hmm.
Dear Mom is all about. And I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm just waiting. As soon as I can travel, as soon as India opens, as soon as I can take a flight, I'm gonna go shoot there. It's gonna be shot in parts of Norway and
Okay.
yeah, yeah, Iceland and all that. We are, we're
All beautiful
doing
places.
all that. Yes, yes, all beautiful places, and it's
And trust me, this is definitely not new to you because you have been a part of some really beautiful films. I mean, Vikram Bhatt ki Jubi, I mean, for instance, even in
yes.
Haunted, if I'm not wrong, it was shot in some beautiful places. In 1920, Returns, I think it was Scotland. या पता नहीं कहाँ पर shoot हुआ था, but it was
It was in Stockholm.
because
It
वो
was
हवेली repeat होता रहता
Sweden.
है विक्रम साहब की
Yeah,
फिल्म में.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, at the same time, what do you have to say about the entire, I mean, the fiasco that is happening on social media as far as, Sushant Singh Rajput's um, death is concerned, and and in what light do you look at it, and what exactly do you infer from it? Do you
See,
actually take away anything from that?
honestly, when the news came, I was really heartbroken by it, because he was such a talented young man, and such a young man,
Absolutely. He
I
was
was
just
in
34.
shock. Yeah, I was in shock. He had his whole life in front of him, and this thing happened. And honestly, I remember I was sitting with my family, and the first thing everybody in my house said, that why will he kill himself? That was the question, that why will
Yes,
he do
yes.
it? And then all this whole thing started, and then the whole thing came out that he's not killed himself. There's a way bigger uh, 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 plot behind the whole thing. So I think uh, I am really waiting and looking forward to what CBI has to say about it, what CBI comes up with. But जो जितना बड़ा ये मतलब एक आप बोलते हैं ना circus हुआ है, was really really scary for me. And I can tell you one thing for sure, Sandeep, that if I had to come to Mumbai in today's time, if I was beginning my career today, my parents would have never let me come. That is for sure. That is for a fact. And mera thoda sa na, I have, I I loved the city Mumbai. I love this city. This is a beautiful city, Mumbai. But somehow मेरा एक दिल टूट सा गया है, even towards this city, because it's such a glorious city. It used to be such a glorious city. But for sure मुझे ये पता है that अगर आज के टाइम पे मैं अपना करियर शुरू कर रही होती, and the way I had told my parents, no, let me go, I'll do everything, my parents would have never let me. Forget about Mumbai, forget about, and I think a lot of kids who are, planning to begin their career right now, I don't think so. Their
They
parents
will
would be
have serious
comfortable.
thoughts. This is a very, very pertinent point here. A very, very pertinent point. In fact, you won't believe I was having a similar thought just a couple of days ago. Almost a similar thought. I mean, कि लोग मतलब इतने सब आते हैं अभी कोई नहीं आएगा बॉम्बे. वही मेरे दिमाग में चल रहा था.
आप सोचो ना, see, I'm from Lucknow. I left my home at the age of 16. I came here. When kids are doing things, I was struggling. I was taking auto. I was going to this set. I was doing this. I was doing that. When all the star kids were sleeping in AC rooms, we were running around one studio to another. So हम इतना कुछ, like we make a lot of sacrifices. People who come from outside, they don't have a house here. Biggest thing in
Absolutely.
is the rent in Mumbai. You know, biggest thing is finding a house in Mumbai.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's not easy to just leave your home, leave your whole family behind just to follow one dream. It's just a dream that we are chasing, no, that we come to this city and you take away that also. That's kind of not human. I think it's really really sad that people come down, go down so low that they are doing this. You know, I'm
Absolutely.
I'm really waiting what happens in Sushant's case, because see, I met him a couple of times, and I he was always very respectful. See, what how I remember him is he has always been a guy who's given me a lot of respect, who showed me a lot of respect. He has never, I don't remember him calling me tum. He has always called me ah.
Acha.
So
Okay.
I always remember. I will always remember him like that. What a respectful, good, boy he was, and he has left a legacy behind. Whatever said and done, people tried to say so many things about him, but I think आजकल लोग बेवकूफ नहीं है. आजकल जो
हाँ.
टीवी देखते हैं, जितने जो दुनिया के लोग, जो ऑडियंस है, जैसे as people term, they are not stupid. They know everything now. तो आई थिंक ये एक बहुत अच्छा वक्त भी है, बिकॉज अब आप लोगों को फूल नहीं कर सकते. अब आप जो है आपको वही दिखाना पड़ेगा. यू कैन फूल पीपल.
बिल्कुल. Absolutely. Absolutely. And finally, Tia, जाने से पहले, since we don't have much time left, जाने से पहले, I mean, I would want you to give out one message to all the people who really love you, to all your admirers and all your fans.
See, I just want to thank each and every person who's been a part of my journey since the beginning, because I know for the fact that people have followed me from the beginning till now. And I just want to thank them for not giving up on me, for showing so much love and support. It's because of them wherever I am today. It's because of them. And I just want to say कि इसी तरह से मुझे प्यार करते रहिएगा, इसी तरह से मुझे support करते रहिएगा, because all an artist wants is love, respect, and support. And I think you guys show that to us. It's more than enough for me, at least. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Tia. It was a lovely, lovely conversation. I really look forward to having even more of such conversations in the future. I really,
Yes,
I really hope I get to do even more conversations with you. And you have literally been so candid and so open about issues which are not really spoken about so openly. So thank you for that. And with that, we come to the end of this lovely, lovely conversation with Tia. My name is Sandeep with Hindustan Times Online. DC Martin. Thank you so much.